Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry I haven't put out any videos. I feel so run down, it's unreal. Haven't been hunting much either. I don't know, maybe I overdid it tromping through the woods at the beginning of hunting season, trying to get my tags filled. Had a couple opportunities where I could have took some does, but I was sitting on them trying to see if they'd bring in, because I got a restricted buck license that I'd kind of like to get filled before filling the doe tag, but I should have just maybe plunked a doe and filled the doe tag and I don't know, maybe called it a season or whatever, but I haven't made any videos. I got a 500 eye, a blacked out 500 eye that I got a test cut with. All the 4910s and the 501s are shipped out. I would think them guys would have them by now, or if not, they got to be getting pretty close. But with the upcoming holiday, I don't know, maybe shipping got screwed up. I did my buddy's 400 and his 201 over there, and then did a buddy's of a buddy's 201 here. I didn't make any footage on it, just jammed out to some music and pushed through. I got this is a brand new 395 that I gotta do for a local gentleman, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually not looking forward to doing this one after what he told me why he wanted it ported. My gut is screaming not to even do it. The guy's excuse to get this ported was when he's bucking logs, when his chain is dull, he wants more power so he can hang on it and force the chain through the wood. That is the absolute worst thing you can tell your engine builder. And then he asked me if porting a saw shortens the lifespan. And I says not typically, but running a dull chain sure does. This is a Brazilian model. It says Brazil. I'm not sure what dealer he got it from, but yeah. So when I build this one, I'm probably not gonna attack it real hard. I might only cut 20 out of the chamber, do some mellow numbers in it, because if he's gonna already admitted to me that he is knowingly going to be running a dull chain on it, I am not gonna pour the beans to it. It's It's the dumbest thing I'd ever heard coming from a logger. But most loggers that I deal with, they're pretty decent about keeping a file on them. And, when your chain's dull and it's blowing powder, stop what you're doing. Spend 5 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. I know some loggers, they can sit on a stump or a log and do up a chain less than a minute and a half, and then you're back to full production speed work again. It's well worth the time and the less wear and tear in your sawing. When your chain's dull and you're laying on it, you're putting all that extra pressure on the saw and on the bar. It's making heat. That heat travels from the chain into the clutch. The clutch turns around, transfers that heat into your crankshaft. The heat from the crankshaft turns around and takes your freaking clutch side crank seal out. And if it continues to get hotter, it's also transferring all that heat into your bearings. It's just a vicious cycle. Sharp chains on any saw, whether it's ported or not, is an absolute must, and even more so of a must on a ported one. So I honestly don't, if that's what he's going to do with this thing, I don't know if I want to try to raise the RPM of the saw at all. Maybe keep the stock RPM and just give it a little better flow. I don't know. I've got very, very mixed emotions on it. On my buddy's 395 there, the piston and cylinder came in that's a toy. We're gonna do bad things to that one. And then I got another buddy that dropped a $395 off that with a carb kit that I gotta rebuild the carburetor on. I don't think I'm porting that one. At least I hope I'm not. But my parts are in for my 2149, so I'd like to get started on my 2149. But at the same time, I don't want my bloody saw sitting here. And I've got, I think, 3 or 4 more. I got some horse trading. I got some stuff getting shipped in that I'm doing some horse trading on for projects for the channel. And then I don't think I'm gonna take any on for any viewers the rest of this month. I might. We'll see how on the 20. Cause I got a 2159 that I'd like to hunt down the parts for and build that. I got a 357 crank and top end I want to put in it. I got that 2149 I want to build. I want to build that. What is it? 2150 down here, and then I want to build the slut saw. I want to dive back into my 661. Tweak up a few things on it. The shop's an absolute mess. I gotta ship out 2 other saws for my other buddies. The one I might take a road trip down on and just deliver. I don't. I got that 620 I gotta do too, but I might take a road trip on that one too. I did have this all cleaned up till I did that last 201. Kind of went around and organized all my bits. I wanted to show you guys. This is a new one. Come in, it's got the crack thing. It's a different brand. It's got the same blue insert like the other ones, but I think I got this off Amazon. And it'll be neat to see how these cut. And then, these are super coarse diamonds. And so far I'm digging the texture. It literally leaves like a cat's tongue feel on my intake ports. They're really, really aggressive. I'm curious to see how they hold up. I'll keep you guys updated. I found them on Amazon. This is the bit that I've been using. I don't spin it fast by any means, but it is pretty coarse. I haven't run into any hard Nicosil yet with it, so I don't know how it's going to hold up, but I thought I'd try some of these Amazon bits. And then I ordered me a few more extended bits of the same brand as these Schwerkers. S-Workers. So, I had these style ones, and these have been alright, but the shafts do bend on these ones. I'm hoping these are supposed to have hardened shaft. I bought some off Joe once when I was over there. Those shafts are hardened. And I think the ones I got from Joe are a little bit longer, but they're nice because I can cut them down to the length that I want. But, yep, I'm almost out of paper. I'm going to have to do a paper order. I guess I'm going to stop up and see my buddy at the body shop and say he placed me an order. I think I got enough to hold me over until, I don't know, beginning of next month, so I don't know, we'll see. I have kind of sorting through my diamond bits. I have this whole entire package here. These are all ones that I've either worn out or they don't cut. Like they're brand new and they just don't cut. It's like they're too smooth or something. I don't know where I bought a dud. This was an Amazon package. I prefer to buy the yellow boxed ones like what I got up here from Harbor Freight, because the ones I might have adhesion problems every now and then where the diamond stuff comes off, especially if you're getting a little aggressive with it. You know where the diamond stuff comes off, but this one's half worn out, and this cuts better than these brand new ones that I got off Amazon. And I've tried every one of them. I don't almost wonder if these are for ceramic or something. I don't know. They don't touch Nikasil, and they just rub on the these ones. The second I touch, I start getting the fine powder. So yeah, I guess you gotta watch where you buy your diamond bits from. But I've got, this is all bits that I use. These are, every one of these are a good cutting ones, so I got them up there. But I stored them up there. I got a bunch down in here that I'm gonna use up first. And I keep rotating. I'm gonna have to buy more of these cutters. I am constantly, like, that one always stays in there. That one always stays in there. I got 2 of the Lucky Dogs, and I wouldn't mind having 2 more. Cuts down on changing out tooling and heat. I've just about, I'll say this head, I don't know what brand this one was, but this head has been the absolute longest lasting. I have not blown that head out. Typically I'll blow every few port jobs, I'll smoke a head, but it's getting, the gears are still good, but it's getting wobbly. So that head's almost done. But these things will get, I'll be working them so much, they'll get hot, and then I'll set one down and switch out to a different one. I'm almost out of these little tiny, I'm going to have to look on eBay and get more of them little tiny gigs. Can't remember what the part number was, but I'm sure I'll find them. I need to get more of them. I think that's my last or second to the last one. They're actual dental bits, yes. There's a part number. RA7408. I got one more left. I can get them off eBay though. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a couple more 90s. Since I've got the Lucky Dogs, well, I did use this one the other day when I ported a 250cc quad cylinder for my buddy, Suzuki. I didn't really change any of the numbers. We just kind of cleaned things up and went for flow on the thing. But I've got, Sean Carr told me about these when I was down at Sawfest, so I bought one, ordered it on Amazon while I was at Sawfest, and I liked it so much I got another one. I wouldn't mind getting 3 or 4 more. I find I can't twirl them fast. They'll vibrate quite a bit if I spin them fast, but for slow speed finessing work, and they're awesome. You do got to be careful on, like, if you're going into a port or something on the tip here, because this will tear the hell out of your port. But I want to get a few more of them, and I should have bought $150 worth of these when I found these cheap on eBay, and it came with a cable, and I've either went through most of my cables, or I've gave some cables to some buddies and stuff that, but I wouldn't mind having about 10 or 12 more of these, just so it saves on, I hate switching out bits. I like to switch a bit out once the bit's wore out. And I change them out so much that it's tearing the hell out of my chucks. So chucks are missing teeth. They're the ones I run the diamond bits in just so I don't change them so much. I don't know. Maybe tonight I'll look on eBay. See if I can find anything here. One of the viewers gave me this one. It's been holding up pretty decent, but this one I have to, it's getting wore out enough where the chuck hole's getting ovaled out, but I actually got a snug, I got to hit all three on this one just to keep the bit tight anymore, so I don't really change him out a lot anymore either. But yeah, I need to go through this someday and get it cleaned out. Kind of went through this a little bit. Got the dental one too, but I haven't used that since I've gotten a Lucky Dog. I got more long bits down here. Got lots and lots and lots of bits. And then I don't throw out much of the Lucky Dog heads when I burn them up, because sometimes you can rob Peter to pay Paul and build you another head out of a bunch of piles. So I always keep a couple spare brand new sets of two here. I bought this one and trying it, but it don't fit. It will fit, I think, on this, but it won't fit the Lucky Dog. Got another head here. Seems like I always keep one tucked away for an emergency. Well, got three more back there. And nothing worse than being 2 o'clock in the morning and blow your Lucky Dog head and then not be able to finish. I'm the type, it'll drive me absolutely insane if I'm in the mood to port and I can't because I broke a tool or something, or I can't find a specific bit I'm after. I gotta order another. These EO6s. I use the crap out of them. That's one of my favorite bits, so I'll actually order just a complete, pack of just that bit. And if you use them wisely, I don't abuse them. If you use them wisely, I use these almost strictly on exhaust ports, and that's the shape that I use to do my lungs. I can do lungs with other shapes, but it feels awkward to me. I think when you get used to, like I can use one of these, but it feels different than that. I don't know. I don't know if it's the fine cut that it's got. I don't know. I ain't been able to find. That's my last one of these ones. I ain't been able to find another one of them. I must have quit making it. So I don't use that one unless I have to. But yeah, I need to get around and finish cleaning my shop. It's just like messes everywhere I turn around. I got that 2159 in there I want to build. I got the 2149 in there with all my parts. I need to clean this off. I got a test cut with that one yet, and then mail that one to my buddy. That's an experimental one. So yeah, but that's what I'm up to. I think I'm about done out here for the day. I don't know. I'm gonna think more on that 395. See how bad I want to attack it. If I can't sleep later tonight, maybe I'll come out and tear it down. But this one is for sure the next one on my list to do. And I don't know, it's snowing, blowing, and windy out, but I don't know. You guys have a good turkey day, and I think I'm gonna call it a vid. Thanks for listening to me blibber blabber. You guys have a good one.